Hey, first of all, congratulations on Tuesday's win. Do you feel like that can be quite a bit of a turning point in your season now?
I don't know. So I think maybe the Tottenham win has been a turning point, because since then I think we have Tottenham game we have 2 wins, I don't know, 2 or 3 draws and 1 loss, so it goes into the right direction. The performances look quite stable at the moment, and yes, but we have to show it again against City, so and even on a better level than we did it before.
And you mentioned the stability of the performances. Have you sort of noticed a big increase in the confidence of the players over the last few weeks?
I think there are more reasons than just confidence. It's the players are getting into the rhythm without pre-season. We are physically in a much better shape than we have been at the beginning of the season. The structure, how we are playing, we have several new signings, is getting more into their mind and into their body than it was at the beginning. And so, yeah, it's a process where we are, but we are still at the bottom of the table, and we have still many parts in our game that we can improve. So yes, it gives us confidence, the results, the performances, but it's not no time to lay back and relax.
You talk about like many things to improve. Is it a bit too simplistic to say? Because for me, watching Palace this season, I think chance creation has been there, and again against Ipswich, Eze had a fantastic chance, Mateta had a chance, and then in the end, the Ipswich hit the post in the 90th minute. You could have lost 2 points there. Is it a bit simplistic to say that just taking those chances has kind of been the biggest problem this season?
Problem, yes, of course it is what we can and have to improve to be more efficient. But on the other side is also then another opportunity is create more chances, then you can miss more, and then you also score more goals. So it's also a part, and it's also sometimes to be more confident with the ball. Yeah, we give the ball away too easily in several moments, and then we have to work very hard to get it back. So the positive thing is we work very hard to get the ball back, but it would be easier to play if we reduce this easy or unforced errors. And so, yeah, again, many parts, but we are still, let's say, not even in the middle of the season, in the first half of the season, and we will work on it.
And in terms of tomorrow, any team news ahead of tomorrow? Any update on Adam Wharton or Chadi Riyad?
Yes, they go into the right direction. Both are training with us, but for both the game is too early, especially for Chadi. He's out for 3.5 months now, so Chadi will play with our under-21 on Tuesday. Several minutes, getting the first 45 minutes of the 3.5 months, but he's doing really well. And Adam is out for 4 weeks, or a little bit more than 4 weeks. He trained with us, and also when he can train the complete next week, then maybe he's available for Brighton. But also with then Brighton and twice Arsenal, so we all hope and I really think that he's available for these games.
And I don't want to go into the ins and outs of it, but Marc Guéhi has been at the centre of a media storm. How has he been this week? Has he been okay to focus on the match, or has his head kind of been elsewhere a little bit?
No. Marc, I think you just have to look at his performances. So Marc is playing great, and he's one of our key parts in our defending style, and he's the opposite. He also gets more confidence with his teammates. He has two new teammates next to him in the defensive shape. So no, Marcus is in the best situation.
And it's never an easy time to play the champions, but they have just won 1 game in 8, 6 losses in there. Has that filled you with a little bit of confidence going into this one?
We always go with confidence into the games. Otherwise, if you don't believe in yourself that you can win a game, it's better you don't play it. So because then you have no chance. So we always enter a game with the belief in us, with the belief that we can win the game. And this is the same what we're doing tomorrow. And we know the defending champion is coming, and it's still. So what I never like if it's it's especially in football, everything goes so quick. When you win twice, you are the upcoming champion. When you lose twice, the era has gone. So, and I have so much respect for Pep and what he did for Man City and for football, and how they're playing. Their style is always the same, and also when they didn't get the results, many games they could have won. Yeah, they missed chances where they maybe they scored from it the games before. They made some mistakes where they conceded goals, and then they're all human beings. Yeah? Then all of a sudden, the start into the season, I think, was 11 wins and 3 draws. And they're the same players. Yeah? Then they had a little bit struggling. They were struggling with injuries. But, all of a sudden, when you lose once or twice, then some mechanism in our mind starts. And then you before, and everybody knows this, you feel sometimes you are not vulnerable. Yeah? Yeah. But all of a sudden, I got the knock. And then, we can also lose. And I think this is what happened, but they are great players. Watch the Nottingham game, their structure is clear, and their passing is so quick, their possession is the rotations, the runs, the great dribbles on their wing, whoever is playing, so we don't know. And I think they're suffering with 2 new injuries in the defensive, in the back 4. But will be a great Manchester City squad we are facing at Selhurst. But again, to come back to the start, we believe that we have a chance to win the game.
And I know, obviously, you're not going to give your tactics away, but there is a tendency when people play against Manchester City to sit deep and just allow them to have the ball and stop those passing lanes. But we've seen over the last sort of 7 or 8 games, teams who have gone to attack them, like Spurs or Liverpool, have created lots of chances and been able to score, because they do seem a little bit vulnerable. Palace have always been one of those teams who have always attacked City and have quite a decent record against them. Is that the way to go about this game, just attack them and not give them too much respect?
I think it's a mix. You can't press them 90 minutes on the edge of their box, because then with their quick passing, they will get too many situations. But yes, in some parts you can press them high, but also I think they conceded more goals from teams who defend in a deeper block, because then you have a lot of space, and when they play in their build-up sometimes with a 3-1-6, and then when you win the ball, it's just 3 and 1 behind the ball, and this gives you space, but you need the space. So I think it's a mix, and when the team, it's also the team have to decide, because when you press very high, you need a lot of power, and I can tell them whatever I want. If they don't have the power in this moment, it doesn't work, because then you are late, and with their quick passing, you open all the space. So the players can decide. They know how we want to do it in the situations, but they have to decide if they feel in this shape, in this physical shape, to run and press them high. Then we will press them high, and then there will be moments when they solve it to defend in a deep block and always double their wingers, and then have their runs in behind, especially then with De Bruyne, with Bernardo Silva, playing Gundogan from the 6, playing these quick passes. Foden makes runs, Haaland makes runs, the wingers are there. So it will be a lot to defend, but again, we believe that we can do it.
Thanks a lot. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Hi, good to see you again. Even before the win at Ipswich, we could see the progress recently. Did you feel like that precious win was a matter of time?
I think we had games where we played better and maybe we lost or had a draw. It was at Ipswich, but it wasn't about having the best performance. It was of getting this win and waiting for your chances and then score a goal and defend as a unit. So this was the clear goal when we went to Ipswich, and so job done. I think this would be the headline. It was not a brilliant performance, but everything what we needed to do, we did. And yes, every win, every good performance gives us confidence.
Can I please ask you about Jean-Philippe Mateta? Since you became the manager, only Cole Palmer and Erling Haaland scored more than him. How do you think you managed to help him, and how do you find it coaching him?
It's easy to coach him. He's a great guy. He's always laughing and smiling when he arrives. He's one of the first here. He's working very hard, and I think he suffered at the beginning of the season with the Olympic tournament, with all these games, with all the emotions he had there, and losing the final, playing so many minutes there. Coming back 4 days before the Premier League start, he wasn't fresh. mentally especially. But yes, he scored so many goals, and he played, and then I also had him, I think, twice on the bench, and not to punish him or something, not just to give him the break that he maybe needed, and I explained it, and it then showed his character. He was always positive and said, hey, Gaffer, when always you need me, I'm here for the team, and then he gets the reward, and this is what he gets now.
Eberechi's last 5 assists have been to Mateta. How do you see this partnership? How much of a threat it gives you?
Oh, yes, first of all, the 10. I think most of the assists he should have to his striker, or in set play. So that also means on the other side, Epps could improve his delivering in set plays. Then he also could have more assists. But on the other side, yes, they know each other for several years now. They know how they move on the pitch, and so yeah, it's not really surprising.
And Eberechi has his fitness, 65 minutes against Newcastle, 75 against Ipswich. How do you find, is he close to full fitness, to full 90 minutes?
It looks like 85 against City. 65, 75, 85.
Can I please ask you about Erling Haaland? He hasn't scored in the league since Brighton months ago. He still scored 12 Premier League goals so far this season. Even when he's going through a quiet period, in his standards, still, how dangerous he could be this weekend?
He's very dangerous with his runs, with his pace, with his desire to score goals in the box, great movements. Usually then he drops in the back of the defender on the far post, always being on the offside line for making runs in behind, and then usually he doesn't need many chances. And so yeah, I think he was the top scorer last season in the Premier League, and he's still at the top of the scoring list, right?
Salah has just scored 1 goal.
Okay. But he's still fighting for this trophy. So great striker with a lot of desire to score, and yeah, so we have to control him, but also we have to control the passing lines, and that he doesn't get these balls. We have to avoid the crossings to him. So yeah, a lot to do.